Welcome to the channel. Yellow Heart. Today's story is a gentle yet emotional journey about Ly Tu Anh and CEO Tung. With just a simple gift, a new shirt for his mother, they expressed deep love, gratitude, and the true meaning of family connection. Through small but meaningful actions, Tu Anh gradually erased the distance between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, treating her like her own mother. In that warm moment, a silent promise of lifelong care and love was formed, creating a home filled with happiness. If you enjoy heartfelt stories about love and family, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next touching stories. On a quiet and peaceful afternoon, when the golden sunlight gently spilled across the small courtyard, Ly Tu Anh and CEO Tung found themselves carefully preparing a heartfelt surprise for his mother. There was no grand celebration, no extravagant decorations, and no luxurious presents. Instead, what they held in their hands was something far more meaningful, a simple, elegant new shirt that had been chosen with great care and affection. Every detail, from the soft fabric to the gentle color, reflected their sincere wish to bring comfort and joy to the woman who meant so much to them. Earlier that day, Tu Anh had spent hours thoughtfully selecting the shirt. She ran her fingers across different materials, imagining which one would feel the most comfortable against his mother's skin. She chose a color that she knew would brighten her face, something soft and warm, just like her personality. To Tu Anh, this was not just a gift, it was a quiet expression of gratitude, respect, and love. She wanted his mother to feel cherished, to know that she was deeply appreciated not only as Tung's mother but also as someone who had welcomed her with kindness and warmth. When the moment finally came, Tung gently approached his mother with a soft smile, holding the carefully wrapped shirt in his hands. His voice was calm yet filled with emotion as he said, "Mom, we got this for you. We hope you will always stay healthy and happy." There was a sincerity in his tone that made the moment feel incredibly intimate and genuine. Standing beside him, Tu Anh reached out and gently held his mother's hand. Her eyes were warm, full of tenderness, silently expressing what words could not fully capture, that she saw her not as a mother-in-law, but as her own mother. As his mother slowly unwrapped the gift, a quiet stillness filled the space. The rustle of the wrapping paper seemed louder in that moment, as if time itself had paused to witness this simple yet deeply meaningful exchange. When she finally saw the shirt, her eyes softened, and a gentle smile appeared on her face. It wasn't just happiness, it was a feeling of being loved, remembered, and cared for. She gently touched the fabric, as if trying to feel the emotions woven into it. In that small, ordinary moment, something extraordinary happened. The boundaries that often exist between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law quietly disappeared. What remained was pure affection, mutual respect, and a growing bond that felt as natural as that of a true family. Tu Anh's presence beside her was no longer that of an outsider, but of a daughter who genuinely cared, who wanted nothing more than to see her healthy and content. The afternoon light continued to glow softly around them, wrapping the three of them in a peaceful warmth. There were no dramatic words or overwhelming gestures, just a simple gift, a few heartfelt wishes, and a shared understanding that love does not need to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes, it is in the quietest acts that the deepest emotions are revealed. And in that moment, with a simple shirt and sincere hearts, they created a memory that would stay with them for a lifetime. From the very beginning, Ly Tu Anh never allowed the invisible line between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law to define how she treated Tung's mother. To her, relationships were not built on titles, but on sincerity, patience, and everyday acts of care. What started as a respectful connection slowly grew into something much deeper, something that felt natural, warm, and unbreakable. Over time, she found herself caring for Tung's mother in the same quiet, instinctive way a daughter would care for her own parent. Each morning, before the day fully began, Tu Anh would gently ask if she had slept well, if she needed anything, or if there was something she would like to eat. These small, seemingly ordinary questions carried a sense of comfort that words alone could not express. At mealtimes, Tu Anh paid attention to every detail, choosing dishes that suited her taste, making sure the food was soft enough, warm enough, and prepared with care. She noticed the little things, when his mother seemed tired, when she needed an extra blanket, or when she simply wanted someone to sit beside her and talk. There were afternoons when they would sit together in the quiet of the house, sharing simple conversations about daily life. Sometimes they talked about the past, sometimes about small joys in the present. Tu Anh would listen attentively, never rushing, never distracted. In those moments, she wasn't trying to impress or fulfill a role, she was simply being present. And that presence, gentle and consistent, slowly built a bridge of trust and affection between them. When Tung's mother tried on the new shirt, something in the atmosphere shifted. As the soft fabric rested on her shoulders, her expression softened, and a peaceful smile appeared, one that carried both gratitude and quiet happiness. Tu Anh watched closely, her heart touched by the simple sight. To others, it might have seemed like an ordinary moment, but to her, it meant everything. It was a confirmation that her efforts, her care, and her sincerity had truly reached the heart of the woman she respected so deeply. In that moment, Tu Anh realized that happiness does not always come from grand gestures or life-changing events. Sometimes, it is found in the quiet satisfaction of knowing that someone you love feels safe, comfortable, and cared for. Seeing Tung's mother smile, seeing her at ease, brought a deep sense of fulfillment that no material gift could ever replace. What made their bond special was not perfection, but authenticity. There were no forced expectations, no hidden distance. Instead, there was understanding, patience, and a willingness to give without asking for anything in return. Tu Anh never once treated her kindness as an obligation, it came naturally, shaped by her genuine desire to love and to be loved in return. And gradually, without any formal acknowledgement, the relationship transformed. The word mother-in-law quietly faded into the background, replaced by something far more meaningful, mother. It was not something that needed to be spoken aloud, it was felt in every shared glance, every caring gesture, and every moment spent together. In the end, it was this quiet, steady love that created a bond stronger than any label, a connection built not by duty, but by heart. The new shirt, though simple in appearance, carried a meaning that went far beyond its material value. In that quiet moment, as Tung's mother gently held the fabric and smiled with quiet contentment, it became a symbol of something deeper, a silent promise shared between Ly Tu Anh and CEO Tung. It was a promise not spoken out loud, yet clearly understood. They would always be there for her, not just in moments of celebration, but in the ordinary days that truly define a life filled with love. For Tung, this promise came from a place of gratitude and responsibility. He had grown up under his mother's care, protected by her sacrifices and unconditional love. Now, as he stood beside Tu Anh, he felt a renewed sense of purpose, to give back, to ensure that his mother would spend her later years in comfort, peace, and happiness. He knew that success in business meant little if he could not share it with the person who had supported him from the very beginning. For Tu Anh, the promise held an equally profound meaning. She had never seen her role as simply being Tung's partner, she saw herself as part of a family, a bond that required love, patience, and commitment. In her heart, she quietly vowed that no matter how busy life became, she would always make time to care for the woman she had come to love as her own mother. It was not an obligation, nor something she felt forced to do, it was a choice she made willingly, guided by sincerity and compassion. As the sunlight slowly faded into the soft glow of evening, the atmosphere around them became even more intimate. The house felt warmer, not because of anything physical, but because of the emotions that filled it. There was a sense of peace, of belonging, of knowing that each person in that small family was valued and protected. It was in moments like these that true happiness revealed itself, not in wealth or status, but in the quiet assurance that you are not alone. Tu Anh stood there, watching Tung and his mother share a gentle conversation, and felt a deep sense of gratitude. Life, with all its uncertainties, suddenly seemed simpler. She realized that building a family was not about grand milestones or perfect circumstances, but about the small, consistent efforts made every single day. A caring word, a thoughtful gesture, a shared moment of understanding, these were the true foundations of a lasting home. In her heart, she made a silent promise to herself. She would protect this warmth, nurture this love, and never allow the busyness of life to take away what truly mattered. No matter how demanding the future might be, she would always return to these simple values: kindness, respect, and genuine care. And so, the gift of a simple shirt became something much greater. It became a reminder of their commitment to one another, a reflection of their shared hopes, and a symbol of a future filled with love and togetherness. In that quiet evening, surrounded by warmth and understanding, they were not just creating a moment, they were building a life, one small, meaningful promise at a time.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các khán giả của kênh Ly Tu Anh Review. Vậy là câu chuyện của chúng ta ngày hôm nay đã kết thúc tại đây. Nội dung câu chuyện hôm nay của chúng ta thì đã kể về việc đó chính là việc CEO Tùng và Ly Tu Anh đã cùng nhau tặng cho mẹ của CEO Tùng một chiếc áo rất là đẹp. Bà cảm thấy rất là vui và hạnh phúc và cũng rất là cảm động vì đây là lần đầu tiên bà nhận được một món quà tâm lý đến như vậy. Bà rất cảm ơn Ly Tu Anh và con trai mình đã quan tâm đến mẹ như thế. Mọi tình tiết hấp dẫn về câu chuyện CEO Tùng và Ly Tu Anh sẽ còn được kể ở các video tiếp theo. Các bạn đừng quên hãy bấm vào nút subscribe, đăng ký kênh sẽ nhận được thông báo mới nhất về các câu chuyện sẽ được phát sóng hàng ngày trên kênh Ly Tu Anh Review nha. Cảm ơn các bạn rất nhiều. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn vào các tập tiếp theo. Thanks for watching. See you soon tomorrow everyone.